Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube. As you can tell, I still sound a little sick. We're getting over it. Starting out my day with my greens, reds, glutamine, and collagen drink. This is something that I look forward to every single day. It just tastes so good. Gonna eat breakfast, and I have a pretty busy morning. Not really. I just have to go get body work done. I just kind of want to sit on the couch, if I'm being honest, and not go get body work done, but I have to go. I'm starving. I'm gonna go make my breakfast now. This is something that's kind of new to me on prep. I've never been this hungry. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's a prolonged prep for me. It's more than 16, 17 weeks, which is what I did last time. But my body, I feel like, has just turned into a furnace, and I'm burning through all of this food so fast. I have more food than I did before the last show. For some reason, I'm starving after eating every single meal. It's not fun. We'll be just fine. Something that has been making me happy though lately has been getting 40 grams of oats in the morning again instead of 30. It makes a big difference. You just laugh. It makes a big difference.
I know, but to many people, they don't know.
Okay, well, if you don't know, oatmeal is a very filling food. I guess you could say a little bit goes a long way in terms of how full oats can make you. And 30 grams of oats, while it does the job, it gets the job done, 40 grams is just so much more satiating. I enjoy it and it makes me happy. So I have my eggs, my oatmeal, and then my frozen blueberries, which are so good. If you don't use frozen blueberries instead of fresh blueberries, I don't know what you're doing. I don't even put them in my oats. I just like to eat them separately. I'm kind of weird like that, and I like my oats just plain with salt. It tastes like candy, so helps with the sweet tooth if you have a sweet tooth. And if you're not on prep and you just want to snack on frozen blueberries, do it. All right, I'm back just a little bit later, and I got a super exciting email. New Alphalete women's launch is happening April 27th, so that's 11 days from now. And you guys, this stuff is cute. There hasn't been a new women's launch in a hot minute. I can't wait to show you and give you guys a try-on haul and everything like that. Let's take a look. Look at these tops. Oh my God. The interchangeable straps, off the shoulder tops. These are cute. I'm excited for these tanks. This is catching my eye. I'm not even a pink girl. So while I sit down and eat, I'm going to go through this and I'm going to place my order for the products for my try and haul and for me to have everything like that. I'm going to have some major decision paralysis going on here because I am not going to know what I want. I'm just too excited. All right, it's time to freshen up a little bit. I feel a little musty. My makeup routine has not changed, by the way. I'm a creature of habit, and I like to keep what works best for me because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So my makeup routine has just been the same. Outfit of the day. I have a couple old Amplified pieces here. This is a Capital crop hoodie. I don't even know if there's any more in stock. This is from the Ozone collection a couple years ago, but I think it's a good shoulder day fit. And then I am pairing it with shorts. These are Amplified contour shorts. I will link these down below. I don't think that these are in stock, but if they are, they will also be linked down below. Drank my pre, now we're on my way to the gym. This is not even that special anymore because I've been getting it now every single day. A Rice Krispie treat. I got these taken away before my first show. Got them taken away from my pre-workout. I wanna say like 9 weeks out or 8 weeks out, something like that. Now I get them every single day, which is really exciting, but it takes like this special little bond. Is that the word for it? It takes the excitement out of it like a little bit. I'm just like, okay, like I get a Rice Krispie treat, that's it. I think I'm gonna get a good pump today. The weather's warm, Rice Krispie treat. I mean, it has to be good. I have a cute outfit on too, that always makes me happy. But let's go hit delts and arms, and then a little bit of posing after, because I do need to work on my posing a bit. It's been like probably a week since I've worked on posing. We gotta get this good, okay? Because I am not fucking around this national show. This needs to be money. My stage presence needs to be money. That's what it takes to become a pro, right? You can't be half-assed with anything. You need to quite literally be a professional at it. So we are going to work so damn hard with everything, not just training, not just eating, with posing too, everything, to be a professional. So let's go. I've been on a huge Amy Winehouse kick lately. This music is dangerous for women. The confidence is through the roof. Just got home from the gym. My posing went really well today. I actually worked out some of the kinks that I was dealing with, so I'm very happy with that. My workout was good itself. Now I'm eating my post-workout meal. I decided to do the whey drip with the cream of rice. So freaking good. And in other news, tell them what just happened.
I got a car. Just bought a car online in Idaho, across the country. Auctioned it. It's a good deal. It really is.
It is a good deal. From what we saw, the MSRPs in the parking lot, yeah, okay. Anthony got a new car. It'll be in his video and stuff like that. So for Anthony fans,
I'm excited.
He got a new car. Okay, and for the final part of the video, the main part of the video, we are going to discuss my recent show day and my showing, everything about it, my plans for the future, my plans for the national show coming up. We're gonna go over literally everything about my recent show and how we're going to improve for the national show. I'm gonna put up my stage shots here. Don't mind that my tan looks so washed out in these photos. I swear my tan was not off on stage. For some reason, these stage shots are not great and my tan looks really bad and like it's barely there. Here's my physique. These are my stage shots, the official stage shots. Let's discuss. I will preface all of this with leading up into the show, Kyle made it very clear to me that he wants to treat it like another training day for me. Granted, this is just a warm-up show for me because the main show that we are focusing on for this year was Junior USA's, the national show that's coming up a little under 5 weeks. Leading up to the show, yes, we did carb up a bit. Yes, we treated peak week kind of like a normal peak week, minus the amount of water manipulation. So there was really no water manipulation at all throughout this peak. If you're not a competitor and you don't know, typically your coach will dry you out before a show, whether they use a diuretic, whether they up your water intake every day and then start controlling water. There was really no control of water at all going into this show. He just wanted to treat it like a normal training day. With that being said, I can say I probably brought like 80% of what I could at a national show. Again, yes, we did carb up and everything like that throughout the week. It was a normal peak week protocol minus the water manipulation. manipulation. I actually woke up on show day hitting a new prep low, which wasn't what we expected. I don't think that's what Kyle had fully wanted. And then waking up on show day, I felt super flat to the point where actually my tie-ins were pretty faded. And it's something that I have never seen before on myself this whole prep. I was like, whoa, I haven't looked like this at all. What is going on? It was really strange. So we made our best efforts to fill me back out and everything like that. Yes, water was controlled on show day, but leading up to show day, it wasn't controlled at all. For prejudging, which is where my stage shots were taken, I did feel like my glutes were a little flat. Typically they pop a bit more. I do have higher insertions for my tie-ins. My glutes just sit higher, and that's just how it is. Sometimes it can make your tie-ins harder to see, but I have enough muscle there now to where you can see the tie-ins. They are just higher up than normal. Some people sit lower. I just feel like my glutes definitely could have been more full here, and it could have made my legs look more balanced to my glutes. I was always very leg dominant, and I did start training legs again to a degree. I don't really train legs super hard. I do feel like my glutes could have been fuller. My upper body did look pretty good. And another thing for my personal self to know is I do feel like my waist could have been tighter. And I don't mean that my waist wasn't shredded looking or wasn't peeled. It's not that. I just feel like my stomach in general could have been tighter, and that's just on me to keep working on vacuums a bit more leading up into this next show to really get that transverse abdominis in tighter to my body. And now for the judges' feedback. So after prejudging, Kyle, my coach, had went and got judges' feedback from Steve, and basically, and if you guys don't know who Steve is, he is the head judge of the Olympia, and he was the head judge at this show as well. So Steve said that I was looking really good. There was another woman in my class who also looked really good. She was just significantly harder than me. So it honestly could have gone both ways because she looked so good. They had said that they were going for a softer look, which is what they have been promoting online for the bikini division and everything like that. And my look was congruent with those standards. I was looking good in prejudging. They said, don't make me any harder for finals. I look good where I'm at. I obviously had more meals before finals. I was more filled out. I pumped up a bit better this time. I felt a little rushed going into prejudging. I was waiting around for a long time backstage, standing up because they were making everybody stand up. And I wasn't sure when they were gonna put me in line. I was kind of just like oddly sitting in the back while everybody else was lined up. And they were like, oh no, not your time yet. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh no, you're right here. You're up next. And I was like, what? I just felt super frazzled and super rushed. So I didn't fully pump up the way that I had wanted to for prejudging. But for finals, I got it down pat, looked good. And then after finals, my judges' feedback was I was teetering on the border of being too hard at that point. So for the national show, we just have to find that good balance of keeping my muscles looking soft and not too hard, keeping my muscles full as well, because the morning time I do feel like I was a little flat, but I had the softer look. So we have to find that good balance. That is pretty much all of the judges' feedback that I had gotten. More feedback for myself personally, as I do think that my posing was a little off. I just felt like my stage presence wasn't fully there. It wasn't what I was happy with. I know that I could give more. Part of that, being frazzled, it was my first time on stage for a long time, but also I was competing the same day as Anthony. So I had wanted to make sure that I was able to watch him, support him, and everything like that. And I wasn't fully focused on myself. So where this translates over into the national show is I will be competing on my own day. Anthony competes a day before me. So that whole day will be centered around me, and I could just focus on myself. I don't have to worry about watching Anthony or anything like that. I could just do me. I can relax backstage. I could practice my posing backstage. I can do what I want versus trying to bounce back and forth, trying to watch Anthony compete. Also, if you're not in my bikini building Instagram channel, make sure that you go subscribe to it. I post my check-in updates on there and everything like that, and just other little things that pop up throughout the day. I had asked in my little group what questions people had about my show day. Somebody asked, we'll start pretty simple, if I will be getting my pro card if I win my next show. Yes, if I win my next show, I will get a pro card. The way that this show works, you get a pro card if you are top 4 overall in bikini. So that means you have to win your height class, and then that also means that you need to place top 4 out of all of the height class winners to get your pro card. I don't have to win the full show to get my pro card. I essentially just need to get top 4 in the entire show. Okay, this is a good question. Somebody asked, what are Kyle's plans for you based off the feedback received? I did a podcast yesterday with Anthony, Kyle, and Kyle's girlfriend, Alyssa. It was a couples podcast. Their podcast is Iron Bros Podcast. You can go subscribe to them. Kyle's plans for the national show for me is basically he wants to get me a bit leaner so my lines won't fade and they will just be there no matter what. He's like, you're not going to lose any muscle. We just need to get you a little bit tighter so when we fill you out, things pop more and lines won't fade. Another thing is he is going to peak me a bit differently this time. Essentially, my body had turned into a furnace going into this previous show. So he started feeding me on Tuesday up until Friday, and my body just started ripping through food. Like, I was hitting new lows, and it was very odd, and it wasn't like the way I was responding previously. So now he has that data and that biofeedback for going into the next show. So he's gonna definitely peak me a little bit differently, and he also said that he wants to hold back a little less on giving me more food because I can handle more food. And then also this time, I'm sure there will be water manipulation, as this is the main show that we are working towards. This show was a really great stepping stone and just a good show to do to get biofeedback and to understand where I need to be for the main show of the season. Somebody asked if I was surprised by any of the feedback I received. I honestly wasn't very surprised at all. I just kind of took it and I was like, okay, now I know what I need to work on. That was that. I wasn't super surprised by anything. I kind of felt like I knew that I didn't come in my best, but again, we went into it knowing that like this isn't the main show of the year. I'm super happy that I won and everything was great about show day, but I know that I can look better, and I just took the feedback and was like, okay, good to know, and now let's move forward. Somebody asked, what made you choose the suit color you had on this past show? The reason why I got this suit color, I kind of wanted a different suit color. I wanted a teal color, which is kind of what I did. I went on Toxic Angel's website. That's where I get my bikinis from. Not sponsored. I just love their bikinis. I think they fit super, super well, and I do a great job with them, and they have a good variety, everything like that. But I was on their website, I was looking, and I came across this color of fabric, and the color was Tricot Jade. And if you don't know, one of my cat's names is Jade, and that's the girl that was attached to me since we got her. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is just meant to be. I need this color. It's teal like I wanted, and I customized the stones to be what I wanted, and it turned out so well. I am so happy with it. I just felt like that suit color was meant to be because of the name. Somebody asked, do you go through a phase after a show where you don't want to compete? My answer is no. Actually, competing makes me want to compete again and compete more because I actually love show day. I think it's just so special. I think it's so fun. And even though you're only on stage for like this short amount of time for all of the work that you do, for some reason, it is just such a cool feeling that you get to put everything that you worked for on display. Even though it's not like being praised for 20 minutes, you still put in that work and you got to show it off and you get to look beautiful. You get to put makeup on and get your hair done and all of those things. It's just a really cool day. Post-show too, even like, yes, I love having body fat on my body. Trust me, I don't crave being shredded 24/7. I actually love to have body fat. I love to have a good butt. Like, I love to have like a little juice to me. I also love competing. So I like having both sides of it. There's never a point though where I'm like, I never want to compete again. I hate this. I've had thoughts where I'm like, in my off season, I'm like, kind of like how I'm looking right now. And I don't have to compete if I don't want to, but I like competing. Somebody asked if show day was stressful for me. In the grand scheme of things, no, because I went into it with such an open mindset and just knowing that it's a warm-up show, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna have so much fun, like no matter what happens, I'm proud of myself and this is just a fun day. This isn't the main show that I'm working for. Let's just go out there and have fun and get to celebrate with Anthony and do this with Anthony. But like I mentioned before, the stressful parts was that I was running around trying to watch Anthony, trying to focus on myself, trying to get my meals in, to do everything. So in that aspect, it was stressful, but the show in its entirety for me was not stressful. And we'll end off with one more question. Somebody asked for advice for first-time showgoers. This person shows in October. My advice for your first time competing is go into it with an open mind, have fun. Don't just focus on winning. You can be super confident and say, I think I'm gonna do really well, I think I'm gonna win, but don't put that pressure on yourself so much to where you're like, I have to win. Because it's truly not about that. While winning is a very fun thing and it is super rewarding, right? Because you're like, wow, I put in all this work and I won. That's amazing. but also realize that you put in all of this work and you were able to look like that, which is awesome in itself. Be proud of yourself for all of the work that you put in for your show, and be proud of yourself for all of the progress that you've made over the years, and enjoy it, especially your first show. Enjoy your entire prep. You don't get a first prep again. Don't stress out, just trust the process. And seriously, like, I mean it. Just go out there, smile, have fun, and do your thing. Don't think about stage fright, nothing like that. You just go out there and you do what you've been practicing, and you will be just fine, and you will have so much fun. Promise you, it's a really fun journey. One more question somebody asked about reversing. I will say, I will make a full series on my reverse diet after this show. I think I've said this before on my channel. I want to be able to fully display what a reverse is really like and how hard it is mentally, maybe what the good sides of reversing, and all of those things that play into reversing. I am going to continue recording post-show. I still have another, just under, like I said, 5 weeks until my next show. So we have some time. But thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting me, and I hope this was a very good explanation of my show day and how I'm going to improve for my national show moving forward, which is where we'll be going for my pro card. So thank you again. Peace out.